Hello, I'm Warren Powell. Welcome back to Part 5 of the Universal Modeling Framework for Sequential Decision Problems. This is a short segment on teaching materials. So I'm proud to announce that I just released on Amazon the monograph Bridging Decision Problems, Volume 1, Framing the Problem. This is a book about 150 pages just on framing, no math. Okay, so whereas I went through the idea of framing in a few minutes in part 2 of this talk. This is a 150-page book just on metrics, decisions, and uncertainties. So this may hint at the richness of the process of problem framing. Now, I'm also very excited to announce, and as I'm recording this, this is the first day this has appeared on Amazon, the book The Decision Factory by two friends of mine, Adam DeJans and John Elam. I love this book. It's written in the conversational style of the goal, as it uses the style of a novel about businesses having to make decisions under uncertainty. But through the conversations, they explore the idea of policies and get across this notion of how to dynamically respond to changes, as opposed to the very fixed approach of making plans in advance that break down shortly thereafter. So this is, if you go to tinyurl.com, the Decision Factory will take you to the web page for the book, but it's also on Amazon in both Kindle and hardback versions. I think this is a very exciting book. I hope it really brings these ideas into a much broader audience. Now, I also just released a second edition of my book, Sequential Decision Analytics and Modeling. This is a book that I wrote for an undergraduate course. It uses a teach-by-example style. Other than chapters 1 and 7, every chapter is simply a different example. In the second edition, I now have, for every chapter, I have an overview of the chapter. I have a very brief framing section, so I don't go through the extensive exercise of framing, but I do have a section that says, here are the metrics, decisions, and uncertainties. And then I go through the 5-step modeling process, talk about uncertainty, and then suggest policies. And you can skim through these because each chapter follows the same outline. Now, I will be writing other books. Volume 2 of my bridging series will be on the Universal Modeling Framework, also with analytics. Volumes 3 and 4, 3 will be on designing policy, and 4 on multi-agent. Hopefully that'll be coming out in 2027. Volume 2 is about 80% finished. So this is a series very much in progress. Now, I do have a technical book. This is aimed at an audience, a graduate level technical audience for people who want to write code. So if you're not actually writing code, this book is of limited value. But I also point out that even if you're doing sort of the soft framing stuff, all of my framing stuff is motivated by exactly what we need to put it on the computer. And the foundation which this book uses in Chapter 9 is that of the Universal Modeling Framework, which I've already sketched. Now, let me also draw attention, I've been flashing by this in the other parts, this URL, tinyurl.com/SDA links. SDA stands for Sequential Decision Analytics. This is a web page of links. It's a resources web page with links to books, videos, educational web pages, courses and teaching methods. And I also have links to some of my older LinkedIn posts that I think are quite interesting. So I really hope that you share this with friends. I think this is a new way of approaching how we teach decisions under uncertainty.